What's up, everybody? It's Friday night. Friday night. Time to have some funs. Let's give some shots out to Sheila Berry. What's happening? Brother Robert Madrano. Dave is watching. Papa Smurf is watching. Let's see here. Charlie Crowley. What's happening, brother? Luscious Sir Buddy. What's happening? Good to see you in this spooky evening. Yes, sir. Cousin Mark. Yes. Cindy, how you and Tim doing? Shout out to everybody. Pat Will Sr. saying, say something. What do you want me to say? Let's see. Alley Cat's watching. Let's see. Sheila's watching Penny Dreadful. I couldn't get into that show. It was too slow for me for some reason. Jesse Crooms, what's happening, brother? So, we're about to start. Somebody saying smile. I'm too serious tonight. Let's see. All right, so we're going to get started. We got about 14 people on here. It's going to be a quick one. It's about a 15, 20-minute little show, but I want to give some shout-outs to people. Again, got to give shout-outs to Embroidery City, who gives us these cool hats and everything, and does all our cool stuff. So we're going to be giving away some of them hats tomorrow, too. Shout out to Brother Robert and Embroidery City. Check it out. Special thanks to Luscious Sir Buddy Grayson, who got us a ghost box that we will be using tomorrow night. Shout out to Tim and Cindy, who also bought us a green screen backdrop and all that cool stuff. Shout out to my dad for buying us a camera, and Dave for getting us the EMF meter. So we got some good stuff here, so we can start doing some cool. I'm sorry, for some reason I keep getting these little messages that pop up at the top. Got to learn how to cut all that stuff off. 1 second. Okay, I think I made it disappear. So we're going to start real quick tonight. Tomorrow we'll be coming to you live, maybe a little bit earlier than tonight. I don't know how to stop that thing from popping up every time. But I'm not going to disclose the location yet, because I want you guys to be surprised when we pop. It is a place, I will tell you, that I've talked about many times, and it's going to be really spectacular. We're going to try to do a little bit during the day while it's still daylight, and then we're going to walk around in the dark in there and do some night vision and stuff. We'll be using the ghost box, the EMF meter, and the EVP recorder. So tomorrow I'll probably do a quick, hey guys, we're coming a live feed at the location, and at which time it'll only be about 4 or 5 minutes. Ask any questions you want. I'll try to answer them when we're doing it. It's not going to be 100% live, but it'll be a bunch of them going live as we're doing things, because we're going to have camera set up, and we're going to be going from place to place inside and getting some more video footage. Now, I will tell you this, the place that we are going to, we've already been one time. However, a couple things happened. One was our batteries drained on our cameras. That was 100% full, so we had to try to charge them at the same time we were doing it. And then the sound just didn't work out really good. One or two things: either A, we didn't know what we were doing, or B, something was muffling our sound whenever we were doing the interviews and stuff. So we got to go back and reshoot some stuff. And I thought, well, since we got to go back anyways, why don't we just do a night show and check it out? So let's see here. My cousin Gary Carboni saying, hey there, what's happening from Indiana? Joy's watching. What's happening, Joy? So Brother Tim, hope you're recuperating from your surgery. Hope everything went well. So let's get started. So tonight, let's talk about some good horror movies that's out there right now. That's out there. I haven't seen too many good ones right now. As you know, with the whole COVID thing, so I really don't have a whole lot on any good scary movies out there at the time. Haven't been able to watch anything on Bigfoot or anything like that. I don't know if a lot of people didn't get to put their show out while they were during this pandemic thing of getting together, but hopefully, something will come up. Joy, I miss you too, Tim. Yeah, brother, good. I'm glad you're doing well. Jesse says, what time? What time to try and tune in tomorrow for the special event? Okay, so I'll go live a few times before we kind of start doing it. So between 8 and 8:30 tomorrow is the best I can do. So between 8 and 8:30, and then it'll go a couple hours, but it won't be the whole 2 hours or whatever. It'll be like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, so that it'll keep you guys entertained and everything, because you don't need to see us walking from one place to the next and stuff like that. It's kind of boring. Buddy says he watched The Prodigy. It was spooky. Okay, I'm not sure what. The Prodigy, is that the one where the man and lady couldn't have a kid and they got the son, and the son like started getting these powers and stuff? It was pretty creepy. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. So let's talk about some older movies then, since it's a Friday night and Friday nights are good for spooky movies. The movies that scared me growing up, other than Halloween and all those, I don't know if y'all remember a movie called The Omen. With what was his name, Danny or Daniel or something like that. So Damien was his name. So I don't know if y'all seen The Omen. This is the old like 70s and 80s versions. I'm not talking about the newer stuff. But The Omen was a little boy named Damien who was supposed to be the Antichrist, or the son of the Antichrist, or the devil, or whatever. Stuff like that scares crap out of me. Again, anything dealing with religion and demons and stuff like that, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. The Exorcist, yeah. Cindy says, I was spooked yesterday watching the show. Set the DVR and finish it this afternoon. I didn't get to finish. I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I was so tired yesterday. So let's talk about The Exorcist first. So The Exorcist, is based off a true story. However, the kid in it is actually a boy. It's not a girl, and it happened in some house. I know, was it Ghost Adventures or one of those shows that they did a live feed from there, and it's still like possessed and stuff. The house where the boy was, I think it was in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken, too. So yeah, I mean, there's two versions. There's one that's really the director's cut, and the other one is the one a lot of people see. I just can't really watch it, not by myself too. It's just that kind of stuff freaks me out, man, the whole demon stuff, for whatever reason. Friday the 13th, Allie, I mean, Friday the 13th, the first one was really good. The second one, okay, then they got real corny after that. I mean, I couldn't get into it. Brother Sean, what's happening? Let's see here. Sheila says 666. Yeah, so with the Omen and Damien, I remember as a kid, I remember my mom and my aunt and them like whipping out the Bible, because they were talking about Revelations and stuff, and the Antichrist would have 666 in his head, and then when they looked in the head when he was sleeping or something, and they saw the 666, and it freaked them out. Yeah, see that kind of stuff. Sometimes I have to look in Moody's head and make sure she don't have 666 in there. I do see horns. Yep. So let's see here. Going to scroll up a little bit more. Candyman, yeah. So we love Candyman, and Tony Todd, who plays the Candyman, so he makes a great one. They're doing a remake that was supposed to be out this year, but I don't know if it is due to COVID-19. I'm not a real big fan of some of the remakes they've been doing. They just done a terrible job, like Child's Play. Terrible, terrible, terrible. See, Joy says, anything with religion makes me completely freaked out. Yeah, me too. You know what I mean? It just gets crazy. There's my surgeon again who saved my life. So, Dr. Elian, what's happening? From Mexico. Hope everything's well in Tijuana. Let's see. Amityville Horror, the Poltergeist, yeah, the original ones. The Amityville Horror, all those are good. Yes, yes. Need a Sasquatch Moody. That was for illustrious sir Buddy Grayson. Thank you. Walt is watching. What's happening, brother? A lot of people yelling for the Sasquatch stuff. So we've talked about Sasquatches a lot. Willow Creek is a good one, and there's another one called Exists. Those are newer ones. Very good. Willow Creek, of course, is where the Bob Gimlin and the other guy, Robert, Bob, and I can't think right now. I'm brain fart. But anyways, it's a guy, and it's like his birthday or something, and him and his girlfriend are going to the actual place. It's supposed to be like a reality type documentary, and they get attacked by Bigfoot. It's really good. It's really good. It freaked me out. The other one that I liked a whole lot, other than Willow Creek, was one called Exists. And it's about these 5 or 6 adults. You know, they're not that old. They're maybe in their early 20s or something, and they're going to a cabin in the woods and accidentally hit a female Bigfoot. And then the male Bigfoot and all the other Bigfoot, I guess, come after them. It's spooky. It's really spooky. Some of these movies and stuff you watch on Bigfoot, you know, and Bigfoot looks like Chewbacca or something, you know, or it looks like Moody when she gets out the shower. It's just really, it's not scary. Well, that's kind of scary, but they kind of played down some of it. Cindy says Annabelle. Yeah, so Annabelle's a good one. Of course, that's the Conjuring series. So the Conjuring is really, really good. Annabelle, of course, as you know, is not that doll that they have in there. Annabelle is actually a Raggedy Ann doll, and it's locked up in Ed and Lorraine's haunted museum up in New York, under lock and key. And again, it's actually in a display case. It's got crucifixes and stuff around it, and it's got holy water around it and everything. But it's a Raggedy Ann doll. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I mean, I guess you couldn't make a movie about a Raggedy Ann doll because that's not scary, right? Let's see here. I'll give some more shots out for people that are watching. Sorry, y'all, face is itching. You're next. Yeah, that one was okay. So Megan, what's happening? Hope you and Clint's doing good. Brother Ray Christian, thanks for watching. The Shining. Cindy says The Shining. So yeah, The Shining freaked me out, man. The whole red rum and the whole, you know, crazy talking with The Shining, and the lady that was when he was riding his big wheel, and all that stuff. The Shining's a good one. Somebody's yelling Sasquatch. See, Cousin Eddie's watching. Thank you. So Jeepers Creepers. So you touched on one, Sheila, that I love. That's one of my top 5 favorites is Jeepers Creepers. Of course, you know there's Jeepers Creepers 1, 2, and 3. Jonathan Bragg played the Creeper. He's an awesome dude. We met him. Super nice. Really cool. Gave me one of the scripts and autographed it and everything. Great one. The first one I thought was excellent. It was New Horror. It was really good. The second one was pretty good. That's the one where they're all strapped on the bus. The third one, it was okay. But you know how that goes once they start stretching them. Brother Tim is watching. Thank you, sir. Jesse says, Robert Madrano, what's up? Hanging there, brother, ready. Everything's okay. Brenda Blake Lovin is watching. What's happening, my nun? Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy. Yeah, Freddy was cool. You know, the first couple ones all the way up to Dreamcatcher was really good. Megan says, hello. Brenda Megan says, boo. Didn't like the remake of The Shining with Ryan Reynolds. No, I didn't either. I didn't. Not only that, Ryan Reynolds, you know, he's hit or miss, other than like Deadpool or something. But, you know, he also played in the Amityville Horror remake, and nope. Couldn't do it justice. So I'm glad you brought this movie up, Sheila. Sinister. So Sinister, to me, is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. Some of y'all, and I'm giving y'all a little background, so if y'all never seen some of these movies, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I want to give you some little insight so you'll know what to expect, and if you rent it, you know, Sinister, I wouldn't watch it by myself. I won't even watch it without, you know, the kiddies in the room or something like that. That's how crazy it is. But there's this music that plays in the Sinister, and I've always wanted to put that music, that theme thing or whatever it is, the theme music or whatever, and put that in the haunt because it's just so freaky and scary. But Sinister is basically this guy. They call him the boogeyman or something, and he has little kids kind of do his dirty work for him. But apparently the kids like murder their whole family and stuff, and they put it on like 8mm film. The guy finds a box of 8mm films and he watches it, but those kids have disappeared. They can't be seen and stuff, so I'm not going to ruin everything. It's really good. Sinister. Rent the movie Sinister is really, really good. The guy, Ethan Hawke, I think is the main character. Really, really good. Let's see. Ghost Adventures. Zach Baggins finally opens Cursed Dybbuk box. I saw an entity crouching down. Yep, that's what I was talking about last night with the Dybbuk box, but I fell asleep. So let's see. Dana's watching. Thank you, Dana. Paul says he likes the originals. Everybody saying hello, hello, hello. So some of my favorite movies. I don't know if you've ever seen Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn is about a guy that's going on a job interview. He's on the main highway, and he's going to be late. And so he decides to get off the main road because there's an accident and it's backed up. And he goes down like these dirt roads trying to cut through or a shortcut or something. He takes a wrong turn. Now, he kind of runs into some other people, some young adults, and is in Virginia or West Virginia, I think. And there's a lot of inbred people after them and stuff. It's freaky, man, and it's spooky. So check out Wrong Turn. The first Wrong Turn was great. The Fog was great. I love the first one with John Carpenter. I thought it was excellent. John Carpenter, you can't go wrong with. The Hills Have Eyes. I didn't like. I like the remake of The Hills Have Eyes. The original Hills Have Eyes, Michael Berryman, he came and did a show with me that did at the temple one time. He came. He's actually a brother, and so he came kind of as a favor and stuff, and was doing it, and we got a lot of pictures together and stuff like that. Cool guy, really cool. I forget what lodge he's a part of, but it's over in North California. Michael Berryman, who played the main dude that's on the cover of The Hills Have Eyes, the original. Really cool guy. So some of the other movies out there besides that, Vacancy. The Vacancy is a really good horror movie. Tonight I just wanted to kind of float some ideas your way so you can watch some stuff and get ready for the show tomorrow. We're going to do about 5-10 more minutes, maybe tops for tonight, talking about horror movies that's out there. So if you got a favorite one, list it here, and I'll see if I've seen it or whatnot. Vacancy is about this man and wife. They're traveling at night, and their car breaks down, and they stop at this hotel that has vacancy. And little do they know, the hotel there, the manager and whatnot, kind of kills people for fun. They record it, and then they sell the videos and stuff or whatever. And the guy finds out they check into the hotel, so while the car can be fixed, and the guy puts in a videotape, and he notices that what he's watching is these people being killed is the same room that they're in, and it freaks him out. And I'm not going to give it away, but it's really good. It's called Vacancy. So we talked about Wrong Turn. We talked about Joyride. That's a favorite of mine and Moody's. It's called Joyride. And sometimes you might hear us do the call names when they're on the CB. So Joyride is about this guy that is going to pick up his girlfriend and drive across country. But he picks up his brother that just got out of jail. They stop at some truckers station, and he buys an old CB radio just to kind of have fun. And they're playing around on the radio. I don't know if y'all ever did this when you were kids. in the 70s or whatever, but I know we used to. And, you know, you would get on the radio there and mess with truckers or people or whatever and have fun. So one of the brothers has fun with this one trucker, and they're trying to act like they're a female and get him to come, and it's just is wild. It's a wild movie, and it's called Joyride. It's got Paul Walker in it. Paul Walker, you know, did all the Fast and the Furious when he's the ones that got killed in the car crash. So it's a good one. It's a good one. Let me scroll up and get some more shots out here before we start calling it quits in about 5 minutes. Let's see. Buddy Grayson said, yeah, he met Michael Berryman, yeah, at the temple. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. And yeah, he has some awesome stories. He is a brother, Michael Berryman. If you see him, if you Google him, or if you look, you'll know who I'm talking about. He's got like a cone-shaped head, and he's got these weird bug eyes, you know. Super nice guy. Norman Bates, yeah, gotta love Psycho. Brother John Humphreys, what's happening, brother? Sheila says Chainsaw. There's too many Chainsaw Massacres. I mean, there's so many of them. It's hard, you know, to get into them, and none of them seem to really make sense, you know. Some of y'all don't know this, but there was two major movie stars that got their start in Texas Chainsaw Massacres. One of them, I think, was Michael McConaughey. The other one, I'm trying to think of the name, Renee Zellweger. So Renee Zellweger and Michael McConaughey, Matthew McConaughey. Ooh, you know, those two, they started in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I mean, terrible acting, terrible everything. Can't believe they did it. You know, some of the other people, I tell you, that did horror movies when they first started, Kevin Bacon was in the original Friday the 13th. A lot of people don't know that, but Kevin Bacon's in the original Friday the 13th. And it's good to see. Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, a lot of y'all know Jennifer Aniston is on Friends and all those shows and everything. Her first movie was Leprechaun. Leprechaun, to me, I love Leprechaun. When I was like 18, 19, Leprechaun came out, went to the movies. I loved it. The little Leprechaun, Warwick Davis, Jennifer Aniston, that was her first role. It was really good. You know, a lot of people out there, man, they get their start in horror movies, and then it's hard to break away from it. Let's see, Joyride was good. Number 2, not so much. Yeah, to see the same thing with Vacancy, same thing with Wrong Turn, a bunch of those movies, you know, part 2s are hard, really hard for horror movies to really stick out. Donna McCutcheon's watching. What's happening, Donna? Let's see, all the Saws. Yeah, the first Saw was creepy, man. I wasn't expecting that at the end. Nicole's watching. What's happening? Brenda Blake Love says Mama. Okay, Mama was great. It had a great storyline and everything, but the ending didn't make any sense, you know. So the whole Mama thing was good. Now the little girl that I guess that crawled everywhere on all fours and stuff, that was creepy, man. I didn't like that. So the movie's called Mama that she's talking about, if y'all haven't seen it. Brian Cribbs watching. What's happening, brother? Walt Payton says 13 Ghosts, one of my favorite movies. Yes, 13 Ghosts was great. I wish they would focus more on the ghosts or have a series or a movies on nothing but the ghosts and how they became ghosts. Those 13 Ghosts. To me, there was a couple freaky ones. The black dude that had all the spikes in his head and nails in his head and everything was creepy. The Juggernaut, I think, was, yeah, creepy. So check out 13 Ghosts. It's really, really good. Melly Mel's watching. What's happening? Let's see. Sheila Berry says that one scared the hell out of me. I was going to summer camp that year yeah, Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, hello, Clarice. The Ring. Moody says The Ring. Yeah, the Ring, you know, everybody remembers The Ring from the little girl. I think she climbs out the well. But I get that one and The Grudge mixed up. To me, The Grudge and The Ring are just so much alike. But the only way I can tell them apart is on The Ring, she climbs out of the well. And The Grudge is that whole noise that they make, you know. So it's just creepy, you know, however she does it. She does it like that. It's creepy as hell. Mirrors was a good one. I think what's his name was in that one. The one from 24, babe. Kiefer Sutherland, I think, was in that movie. Yes. It's a good movie. Good movie. Good movie. While Peyton says that would be awesome. Not sure what you're talking about, but okay. The Blair Witch sucked? No. The Blair Witch did not suck. The Blair Witch was an awesome horror movie. It's the first time something like that had ever been done. It cost little or no money to make and made a ton of money. To me, getting lost out in the woods and there's a possible witch or something like that out in the woods that's going to kill you, freaked me out, man. A lot of people said
it was under our bed.
Yeah, we thought it was under the bed. When we got home, I'll tell you something funny about the Blair Witch. We went to the Blair Witch and saw it because that was the first time the internet really played a big role on horror movies. So MTV, was showing a lot of clips about this is a true story. We found these tapes, and these tapes are, about these kids that got lost in the woods and this and this and this. So you had MTV play it up like it was true, and you go and then you see what happens, and you're like, oh my God, was that real? Was it real? Is it not real? They don't tell you. It just ends, and that's the end of it. There is no credits at the end. There's nothing like that. So it was different. It was creepy. I liked it. When we got home, we lived in Georgetown at the time, and Tiffany, I knew she was still a little scared, and I was too. So we didn't have any electricity or something in the apartment complex where we were or something. So when we unlocked the door, I said, Tiffany, did you see that move upstairs? And she's like, no, what are you talking? So I pushed her in the room and pulled the door and wouldn't let her out. And she was banging on it. True story, isn't it, Moody?
Yep.
She was mad.
You had to sleep with the lights on.
Shut up. You don't tell everything you know.
That's true. True story.
So, Moody, they yelling for some more Sasquatch.
Woo!
If y'all think that's a Sasquatch yell, I got some swampland to sell you. Let's see here. The Lost Boys. Yeah, Lost Boys is great. Not scary, but it's the best vampire movie I think I've ever seen. Salem's Lots. So we were talking about Salem's Lots, me and illustrious sir. Buddy Grayson was talking about Salem Lots. So Salem Lots to me freaked me out when I was a kid. So if y'all remember, I talked about The Brood. The Brood is, to this day, it's a 70s horror movie. It's about this little girl, and there was a whole bunch of these like little alien type kids that looked like her but didn't look like her, and her face was all droopy and stuff and everything. These kids, and they were like kill the adults and stuff. When I was like 10 or 12, I saw it. But there was a guy that was tired, and he laid on the bed, and his arm dropped down to the side of the bed, and when he did, those demon kids or whatever grabbed him and pulled him down. That's why to this day my arm will not hang off the side of the bed, off the recliner. It doesn't matter. It won't happen because I don't want them kids pulling me down and killing me. Yeah, crazy. But getting back to Salem's Lot, that was a creepy like vampire type movie too. But to this day, when I walk by a window, I won't look at the window because I'm scared that there's going to be a kid floating there or whatever, a vampire floating, remember, and tapping on the window, let me in, remember that? Hey, let me in. He opens the door and he comes floating in. And, yeah, I won't do that. Vampires, ever since I saw that movie Salem's Lot, to this day, when I sleep, I have to sleep with covers. I pull the covers all the way up to my neck so that the vampire won't bite me. I know, crazy, right? But it's the truth. Chandler Scheck-Schneider, what's happening, bro? Let's see. Buddy Grayson says he lived in Maryland when the Blair Witch came out, and they went and saw where they filmed it. It was creepy. Yeah, man, anything dealing with the woods is creepy to me. You out in the woods way out there, man, and you get lost, and you see a bunch of like crap in the trees people made, like little stick figure voodoo shit, and you can't figure your way out, and it's starting to get dark. Yeah, man, I don't like that. Or if you're camping and you hear strange noises, I don't like that. I see Georgetown is scary. You talking about Georgetown here, Sheila? Are you talking about Georgetown here? I've talked about Georgetown a lot. Brenda Blake Lovin says VHS. I don't know what you're talking about. VHS. Maybe VCR? The Wizard of Oz. The only thing really that scares me in The Wizard of Oz, besides, the Wicked Witch, who scared me, the flying monkeys always scared me. Always. When they had that big crystal ball and she was like, fly. Scary, man. A lot of people don't realize this. They don't realize that when they're chanting, not the monkeys, not the flying monkeys, but the guards, when they're chanting and they're doing their changing of the guard or whatever they're doing, and they're outside, and you got the Lion and the Tin Man and the Scarecrow watching. A lot of people mistake what they're singing. They think it's, the whole or whatever. What do they say, Moody? They say or whatever. I think even what's the guy's name? He did a song thinking it was that, Jungle Love, No, that's not the same thing. But the Wizard of Oz, they did the whole that's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, oh, we love the old one. A little bit of Wizard of Oz trivia for you there. I actually won some free drinks trivia one night during that because I knew that. That they're singing, oh, we love the old one is what they're singing. So all y'all thought it was or whatever. Nope. Brendan Blake Levin says, Children of the Corn. Yes, the original Children of the Corn. To this day, I do not like cornfields because I'm scared Malachi is going to come after me. To me, that name Malachi is creepy as hell anyways. Malachi, and he who walks behind the rows. There's another movie similar to Children of the Corn that came on Netflix. I'll have to find the name of it. It's creepy, man. It's creepy. It's similar to it. Really good. It's only about a couple years old. Creepy. The Gates of Hell was filmed in Savannah. Yeah, so there's a lot of horror movies filmed in Savannah that a lot of people don't know, in Port Wentworth. The Gates of Hell. There's another one that was filmed in Savannah called Squirm. Squirm was filmed in Savannah and Port Wentworth in the 70s. It was about worms, and the movie was called Squirm. There's some zombie movie too that was filmed in Savannah. Yeah, weird stuff, man. It's just, I don't know. Sheila says she saw Chucky at the dollar store. Okay. Tim Hawkins said he saw Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man. Yeah, I did too. So a lot of people don't know that Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man was Andre the Giant. Yeah, true story. Andre the Giant was Bigfoot. He played Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man show. And here's the thing. So if you have the Bigfoot action figure from the $6 Million Man, it's worth like $400 or $500, man. Because it's so rare. It's really good. Chris Bragg's watching. Shout out to my boy Chris Bragg, who's helping do all this production stuff. So if you're not able to watch these shows and whatnot, he takes all the audio off and everything and uploads it to the podcast. You can watch it on Instagram, YouTube, the actual podcast. Just type in the Scaremaster on their podcast. There's several other outlets that we are on that you can listen if you're traveling instead of wanting to watch. So it's good stuff. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Embroidery City again, y'all. So you want your embroidery done, clubs, units, personal businesses, all y'all cool cats, get you something made by Embroidery City. Check them out, Brother Robert Madrano. So we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left, and I got to go, y'all. Let's see. Cindy Hawkins says, oh, Children of the Corn. Yeah, cannot stand the name Malachi. Me neither. Sheila Berry says Tiger Ridge. Yeah, Tiger Ridge is spooky. That's not a movie, but yes, it is. I know exactly what you're talking about. Walt says he liked the movie The Car Christine. Yeah, it was creepy, wasn't it? So if you like movies with cars like that drive by themselves and are killer cars, Christine, there's another movie, and I'm sorry, next time I do one of these, but God, I can't remember the name of the guy. Anyway, it's this black car, It's like a Lincoln. And this was done in the 70s before Christine. And I think this is where Stephen King kind of got the idea, and all those guys did for Christine, is that it was this black car that followed him everywhere and tried to ram him off the road. And all. So it's really freaky, man. It was scary. Let's see. Sheila says, "Don't make me drop a house on you." Okay. VHS, the horror movie. I don't really remember that. I remember a little bit of it. I think it was, the VCR tapes that was that they watched while they were in the hotel or something. Yeah. Buddy Grayson says, "Swamp Thing was filmed in Savannah on Oatland Island." Yes. Swamp Thing was real good. There was a lot of people in my apartment complex in Georgetown that were extras. A lot of them were military guys. And I also know, so if you go down 204 on the left, just past Scottsdale Park, on the left is a campground, a KOA campground on the left. Right there, it used to be like a park with a KOA campground. There was a gorilla and some other stuff. All that's in the movie. The KOA campground, there's a black kid and a white kid that are talking about stuff or whatever. They filmed a lot of it right there at the KOA campground too. I remember that. But, yeah, that was really big back then, man. I remember Swamp Thing. That was a great movie. Let's see here. Buddy Grayson said he met Heather Locklear at the Oglethorpe Mall. Man, I used to love some Heather Locklear. She was gorgeous. Walt Payton says the first one I ever saw was Spit on Your Grave. Horrible remake. Yeah, even worse. Yeah, Spit on Your Grave, man. It's not good. It's not good for them dudes that get some payback from that lady. Embroidery City, 912-259-9505. Check out Brother Robert. Buddy Grayson says Maximum Overdrive was creepy with the clown truck. So, I don't know if y'all remember Jadon Ferguson. Jadon Ferguson was a huge celebrity in Savannah. Did a lot of the Dan Vaden commercials and stuff like that. Played in a bunch of movies, tons of movies, especially with Burt Reynolds, The Longest Yard, Gator, all those movies, but he also played in Maximum Overdrive. Moody used to babysit the twins. That was Sheila and Dawn, Dawn Ferguson and Sheila. Tiffany's sister lived with Sheila and Dawn, and also helped babysit the kids and stuff too. The two boys, they were twins, weren't they? Mm-hmm. Jason and yeah. So after her divorce and everything, so Moody's sister, Barbara, lived there. Yeah, In the Heat of the Night and all that stuff. He's a ton of movies and shows and stuff. But I thought it was so cool when I first met Tiffany. He came over and was dressed up like Dracula and was taking the boys trick-or-treating. I was like, oh my God, that's a guy from Dan Vaden commercials and stuff. And super nice guy, Jadon Ferguson. He was also in I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh, yeah. So some and cool... And My Cousin Vinny, he's tons of movies. He's a really cool guy. I miss him. Let's see, Maximum Overdrive. Yes. To me, the Maximum Overdrive could have been better. So Stephen King, if you get a chance, Google Stephen King and watch some of his interviews when he talks about the whole 80s. He says he doesn't remember anything during the 80s because he was so high. He said he did so much cocaine. He said he did more cocaine than Tony Montana. Tony Montana is a guy from Scarface, Al Pacino. So he said he did more cocaine than Tony Montana. He said he was so high in the 80s that he doesn't remember writing a bunch of this stuff. And it was one of his first attempts, I think, his one and only attempt of directing a movie, which was Maximum Overdrive. And it's got a great plot. It's got great, the music, the soundtrack, best soundtrack. Got AC/DC, the song Hell's Bells and all that. So check out the soundtrack for Maximum Overdrive. But that big truck with the big Joker like clown, on the front, it's creepy. I wish they would remake it the way it was supposed to be. Maximum Overdrive, yeah. Something about the space, something goes across the space, an ore or something, and all the machines kind of come to life, like all the trucks and cars and stuff, yeah. Duel, Chris Bragg, you are right. The movie is called Duel. It's about, semi-stalking a salesman. No, it wasn't a semi. It was it was a black car that was chasing them around everywhere, I thought. But yeah, the movie, Steven Spielberg's first movie, if you like Christine, check out the movie Duel. It's made in the 70s. It's really good. And the black car is chasing this guy around. He's driving like a Dodge Dart. And he's flying around everywhere in this black car. Everywhere he goes is there. And it's creepy, man. It's just really creepy. Stephen King movie, This Way Evil Comes, I think the name of the movie. This Way, yeah, I can't remember that. Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, Betty Davis. I don't remember that one. Jasper's watching. What's happening, brother? Chris Ogilvy is watching. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We're about done for tonight. And I like this. I like how people kind of come and go and they're watching. You guys are giving great feedback. Normally we got some really good ghost stories going on and stuff, but I will leave with this. I know I said I was leaving in a couple of minutes, but so last night we talked about a creepy game called the Elevator Game. And the Elevator Game, for some of y'all that missed it, is basically you have to do this by yourself. Of course, everything you do, you got to do by yourself, right, in order for it to work. Mike Braver, what's happening, brother? Shout out to him and his chainsaw place out in Richmond Hill. Provides us with great chainsaws for the haunt. So the elevator game. The elevator game, you have to go to a building that goes up to at least 10 floors. There's a sequence that you punch the numbers. And I listed it on the page, so check it out. And you punch it, and then the doors open. And if the doors open on the 5th floor, they said a lady will try to get on, and don't let her on. That's an evil entity. They say if you make it to the back up to the 10th floor before you make it to the 1st floor or something like that, and the door opens, it's another dimension. And if you walk down the hall, you'll end up somewhere like you shouldn't be. Some people ended up in a pool, drowned. Some people ended up in their house, they say. It's weird stuff, man. But they say if you end up at the 1st floor and the doors open, leave. They said don't turn around and look, because if you turn around and look, then the lady from the 5th floor, the demon or entity, will follow you home and haunt you. That's what they say. So there's another game I saw. It's called The Closet. Called The Closet Game, something like that, a closet game or something. Anyways, so what you do is you do it by yourself again. You go to the room, you go to a bedroom or whatever that has a closet. Make sure the lights are out. You have to have a book of matches, it says. You go into the closet, make sure the lights are pitch dark. You turn around, you face the closet door, and you hold one match up. And then you say this stuff. Oh, there's Shadow Cat. Hey, Shadow. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. That's my Shadow Cat. Hey, buddy. Sorry about that, y'all.
You want me to get him?
No, he's fine. So he knows it's about time to get off this thing here. So when you do that, you have to say these words. Sorry, y'all. Shadow Cat. Move, Bubba. Sorry, y'all. So you have to say, show me the light or leave me in the darkness. Yeah, so you have to say, show me the light or leave me in the darkness. And if you hear whispering and stuff or whatever, then, hey, Shadow Cat, then you're supposed to light the match. And then you open the door. I'm not going to give it all away, but you open the door or something, and there's supposed to be some sort of demon that's there. You'll see when you leave, they say don't turn around and look at the door in the pitch black dark, because if you do, you'll see big red eyes, and that's a demon that's coming to get you. So this is my Shadow Cat. He's telling me it's time to go. Brother Kenny, thank you for watching. Thank everybody for watching. Remember, as we always say, tomorrow we're going to be going live. Probably around 5-6 o'clock. I'll go live for like 5 minutes and let you guys know where I'm going to be live. I'm gonna have 3 other people with me so that we can cover a lot of ground. So stay tuned for tomorrow, because it's going to be a great show. Remember to wash those hands. Moody, give him a Sasquatch yell.
Woo!
I know Shadow can't believe it either. Shadow's like, that's not. But wash those hands. Let's save Halloween. And tomorrow we hope to scare you there. Thanks, everybody. Hey, Shadow.